So we are going to now continue further with packages concept. Last lecture, I took some examples on what packages are and why we should create a package, right? This is what we understood in my previous lecture. But now we are going to understand, okay, more about packages, wherein, observe here now, I'm creating two classes. Right click, let me delete this. Let me delete this package. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create two classes with the same name. If you just observe here, this is A, class name is A, present in P1. I'll create here, right click, go to new. I'll create here a class again with the same name, that is what? A. If you observe here now, I have got two classes with the same name, but they are present inside different packages. And I don't see any error here. If you observe both the packages, there are no errors. When I open this up, this is in P1, this is in P2. They are different classes. There is no error. As long as packages are different, class names can be same. However, we should not do this. This is a bad practice. As a developer, you should never create confusions. But this might happen because sometimes there are built-in Java classes present. The name that you give and the built-in Java class names are same. So this might happen accidentally. And how do we tackle that situation? There is a built-in Java class, name is same, and you also gave a Java class name that is same. Built-in, there is one Java class called as user, and I'm also creating one class called as user. Which user class you want to use? I want to use both the user classes. In the same Java program, I want to use both the user classes. One user comes from other package, another user class comes from another package. Okay, so in this case, there are two classes. Now I'll create another package. Let's call this as P3. And now in this package P3, I will create here a class B. Now what I want is, in this class, A1 is equal to new A, import this from P1. A2 is equal to new A, and import this from P2. How will you perform the import? Class name same, packages are different, the class names are same, packages are what? Different. Now the question is, how will you perform an import in such cases? How will you perform an import in such cases? Give me the solution. Did you understand the question? Online students, are you all clear with the questions? If yes, tell me. Using import. Import, just keep observing. Import P1 dot A. What happened? But both the class are importing is done. P1 dot A, which means this is also coming from P1 now. This both are coming from P1 now. You can check that out. Press Control key. Press Control key on your keyboard. Click on it. Which class is that? Again, press Control key on your keyboard and perform a mouse click. Which class is it opening? Which means both these classes are coming from P1. I want this to be from P2, this from P1. Did you understand the question? Yes. So that's where, in such cases where we need to perform an import, we cannot use only import keyword. We will use fully qualified name, meaning you will now save this. If you do this now, this is coming from P1, but I want this from P2. So we just write the package name directly here. Now press the Control key, click on this. Which file is it opening? P1. Control key, click on it. which file is it opening? When there are such confusions, then better you can perform an import with this syntax. Now if you don't want to use import, you can import this also like this. You can perform an import this way. Press the control key on your keyboard, click on this A. Which class is opening? Click on this. Now we are able to import from P1 and P2 even when the class names happens to be the same. Is this part clear? Did you understand this part? Anyone, any questions, queries do you have? You cannot do like that, no? It is ambiguity. If you mention 2 times import keyword here, there will be ambiguity. You can use import plus this syntax or both this syntax only. Okay, students clear? Online students, are you clear with this part? Please tell me. Are you clear with this part? Please tell me. Yes, any questions here? Things that you did not understand here? Any questions do you have it here? Any questions that you have it here? No questions? Okay. Now that we people have understood basically how this import can be done, let's continue bit more further now. And we are going to look at this time we are going to look at one more import concept. Sir, what is that? The import concept is now there is a static member present in this class. Let's assume that. Which class? This class A. Now when I open the class A, there is one static int x is equal to 100, and then I have here public void and test. Public void and then what? Test, which I will make it again static. And now let me write here 100. Now the question is, how do I access the static members in B? So I will directly write a dot x, correct? But this class I cannot use. Why I cannot use? Because package is different, so we'll import it. This is one way of doing it. Import it, right? Import this one. What is happening? There's an error. For now, simply remember add public keyword. Do not worry about this for now. Okay, I'll talk about public later. After inheritance concept, I'll be teaching you that. Simply write this. I'm able to access. If you want to access the other one, a dot test. This is how we are accessing static member. Yes or no? Right? We did an import class A and we are accessing it. Is this example clear? Is this example clear? Online students, is this example clear? Please tell me. If this example is clear, we can proceed further. Is this example clear? You have to communicate. Okay. Now, observe. There is another way to perform. See, you want to access X and test present in class A. They are static. Since they are static, you will use class name. But if I remove import, am I able to use the class name? No. Why is it asking me to import? Because the class is present in different package, and without import you will not be able to access. I did the import. After doing import, I'm able to access. Correct? Did you understand that? Okay. Now the question is, what if I delete this, and now I apply a concept called as static import. There is a concept called as static import. Static import is a concept which can directly import the static content of the class to your program. This is static content. This is static content. You can directly import the static content itself, right? So import, now if I write here a dot x, I got an error. But now if I press Control 1, right, I don't see any solution here. So import static, okay, import static. I think I missed here P1, right? Import static P1. Can you see that here now? So what is it telling? I'm doing a static import. I'm doing a static import such that that variable, now if you want to access, you need not give the class name. Can you see that? I'm not even writing the class name. If I just write here star, then all your static members are accessible directly. You need not even give the class name. Direct accessing of static members becomes possible by using static import. This will reduce your development efforts. Run as Java application. Are you understanding? Everyone, observe. Did you get this? Online students, did you get this? Did you get this? Online students? Yes. So we use the static keyword, and that will help us to import the static content itself. That will make our development much easier. Is this clear? Any doubts, questions, queries? Okay, good. So with this now, we have just explored the concept of, okay, packages. So let's go here and quickly do the revision in our notes once. Okay, whatever points I have talked about, let us cross check is everything I have covered. So firstly, what are packages? Read this loudly. Okay, does this make sense? Next, correct? What do you mean by that? If some other developer joins, for him also working on the project will become easier because you have kept the things organized. What is the next one? So, and do not use package name as Java as well. Though it will work, you should not use a package name as Java. Are you understanding? Next. So package name should be in lowercase letters. Do not start in. Next. And package name should not start with a number. Okay. It is alphabets first. Do you understand this first example? What does this mean? Class A is present inside folder P1. Now create two classes in same package and perform. We don't know what is inheritance. We have class A, class B, same package. Is import required? Packages are same. Is import required? Online students. Packages are same. Is import required? No. Very good. Now create two classes in different packages. A is in P1 and then C is in P2. Are they in same folder or different folder? They are in different folder. Since they are in different folder, now observe. Are you understanding now? Import P1 dot A. Next. Here. They are in same packages. Should I use import? No. It's not required. Now, A and B, they are in same package. Right? But in P2, I'm creating object of A and B. So I'm importing that using star. This example is covered? Yes. Next. Both the class names are same. Both the class names are same. So we are performing an import using example covered? Yes. Next. I can also perform an import this way. Import keyword plus the fully qualified class name. Okay. Next. When you give the package names, usually we follow the conventions like reverse of domain name. Let's say I'm working for a project for IBM, right? And that project is for IBM. So its company name is IBM.com. So usually package's name I'll give it as com.ibm. And then I will type dot, let's say it is service layer, which we will see further when we start learning further concepts. Okay, we start working on some projects. I will start using conventions like this. Let's say my project is all about Salesforce. So domain name is Salesforce. I will give it as com.salesforce.com. Sorry, service. Reverse of domain name. So this will make your locating of projects easier. When you're working on multiple projects, locating becomes easy. Looking at the package name, okay, same developer is working on two projects. One is for this company, one is for this company. It becomes easier for me based on the package names. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Now let us continue further. Now we are going to start with object-oriented programming in Java. We are going to understand now OOPS concept. So when you're learning any object-oriented programming language, not just Java, there are many object-oriented programming languages, like we have C++, which was the first. In fact, there was an object-oriented programming language before that as well, right? But yes, C++ became popular. Then we have Java, we have C#. So there are a lot of programming languages where we use object-oriented programming concept. Now what is this OOPS concept? OOPS concept has 4 pillars. For any programming language to become an object-oriented programming language, any programming language to become object-oriented programming language, these 4 pillars has to be there. That programming language has to support inheritance. That programming language has to support polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction. So any programming language that supports these 4 things is called as an object-oriented programming language. Like many times people, they go ahead and what they do is, right, they become a monk. They become a monk. Now when they become a monk, what happens? Anybody to become a monk, there are certain set of principles that they need to follow. There are certain set of principles, rules and regulations, right? So that basically makes them a monk. Yes or no? Right? So to be more divine, okay, more this thing, what happens is they become, and every monk knows we are all going to die. So whatever you do, how much ever work hard you do, whatever you do, ultimately you are going to die. Yes or no? So there are certain set of principles which they follow. So that makes them a monk. Same way, when you look at any programming language, and if that programming language follows these 4 pillars, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction, if these 4 concepts are supported by any programming language, that becomes object-oriented programming language. Is this clear? The first concept we are going to talk about is inheritance in today's class. What is the first concept I'm going to talk about? The first concept that I would be discussing in my today's lecture is all about inheritance. Now what is inheritance? A simple example. Especially a lot of kids here must be, I would say younger ones, and you might have elder brothers, or it might be vice versa. You might be the elder one and you might have the younger one, correct? So let's say there is a elder kid and there is a younger one, okay? Elder boy, younger boy. Now what you notice, in such families the concept of reusability is very high. Whatever the elder one gets, after he has used that, they will wash it, dry it, keep it in one place. Now when you ask your mom, why have you done that? Okay, it's say the younger one will use that later. Actually that is getting inherited. Yes or no? You had a cycle. The elder one had a cycle. He nicely used it. Second hand cycle younger one will get. How many of them are younger one here? So you've all got only second hand things entire your life. Yes, new things is very rare. Younger kids, new things, what they get is very rare. Because everything that was required for the first kit, you have purchased it. So what you will do? You will clean that, you will wipe that, you will make it all right, and you will give it to the younger one. Probably this might work few years, but when both of them they become knowledgeable, then the younger one will say, "You give me all second-hand things only." But this is a concept of reusability. Whatever you have, you're making the younger son reuse that, and yes, you have to reuse that. Why do you want to waste it? If there is a cycle now that has become small for the elder one, I cannot take that and throw it. I'll give it to what? Younger one. Elder one has used it. Yes, it's in a good condition. I'll give it to younger one. Agreed or not? Yeah. So this is where inheritance comes in picture. It is all to do with reusability. I have something in class A. Why don't you inherit that and use in class B and make those concepts reusable? Why don't you make those features reusable? There are certain features I developed in class A. Now you want the same features in class B. Why are you again developing it? Let's reuse that feature and reduce our development efforts. Let's see this here. How does this work now with some example? So now we should not take these examples during our interview, because this cow, dog, elephant example will not work in interview. In interview, whatever examples you give, it has to be project level. But since you're all beginner, we will have to take the help of dog, cow example only, since it's the first time you're learning. But later when we do projects, you will have that maturity, how inheritance is used, and that is the level of answers you have to give it in interview. Okay, so now I'm going to create here, let's say one class called as animal. One class called as what? And already in this animal class I've developed one eat feature, and I've developed another feature called as what? Already these features are developed, these methods are developed. What are the methods I've developed in animal class? Eat and sleep. These features are already developed. Now let's say after few days I wanted to develop one more class called as dog. Now this dog class also requires eat and sleep. So what I did, I just recreated this method again. I did not do inheritance. I recreated again. Again I created this method in dog class. Which means instead of two methods now, my program has with a redundancy, with duplicacy, unnecessarily increasing the code. After some time, I decided let me develop one more class, which is called as cat class. This cat class also requires now, this cat class also requires now. Now look at that. The methods are again duplicated. Unnecessary coding has increased. Instead of two methods, now additional four methods are added, which is increasing my coding. You are unnecessarily repeating the same code. Repetition of code you are doing it. When some code is already developed, some logic is already developed, why are you again and again writing the same logic? Are we Gajini? Right? Is that the thing? No. Why are you repeating same thing then? When something is already developed, the whole question of inheritance is why do you reuse it? Why are you repeating the same thing? Let's not repeat that. Again, I developed one more class. Let's say I developed one more class. Let's call that class as cow. Okay, one more class cow. Observe here now. After doing this now, what happened? Again eat and sleep. What is this going on? Four classes, unnecessary six methods, plus two, eight methods. All eight methods, same code is present. You are unnecessarily repeating same code, same code, same code, and now my project code is becoming lengthier, 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 and unnecessary things. Instead, what I could have done, I know that these features are already there in one of the class. My animal class already has this feature. Then why don't we just inherit? Just like the brother example, correct? Elder brother, younger one, elder one, yes or no? Inherit. When you inherit, these features becomes accessible in dog without even writing the code again. When I inherit, these features will become accessible in cat without even inheriting. When you inherit, these features will become accessible in cow class without even writing the code. That reusability, the reusability feature is the first powerful feature any object-oriented programming language will provide, not just Java. We have C Sharp, that will also provide, C++ will also provide, Java will also provide, and like this, many object-oriented programming languages has to provide this feature. Okay, is this clear? Let's look at it how to do this now. Okay, let's understand that. So let's go back here, and then for now, I'll use the same package. We will all see how to do this in different packages later. But now I'll go to P1. I'll create the first class that's called as animal class. What are the methods animal class has got? Public, void, eat. Fine. And I'm going to type here eating. Okay, some dummy message eating. Second, public, void, and let's call this as sleep. And now you will observe here you're getting sleeping, right? Now I will go here create another class called as dog, right? Now observe I have two classes. One is the dog class and the other one is animal class. So I will just use here a keyword extends, ext control space bar. That will give you a proposal template. Template means auto completion. See, ext control space bar auto completed. Then you type ani control space bar auto complete. Got it? How I'm doing auto completion now to make my coding faster? Yes, just by adding extends. What is it telling? Whatever features are present in dog class now, animal class, whatever features are present in animal class, I'm now capable to reuse that feature in my dog class. Example, observe, main method. I'm creating object of what? Dog. Am I creating object of animal or dog? Dog. Does the dog class have eat and sleep? No. I have not written any method eat and sleep here. But the methods that was present in animal class, am I able to reuse here? Observe. Am I able to reuse here? Yes. Now when you right click, run as Java application. And you see here eating and sleeping. I hope this part is clear. Everybody, did you understand this part now? This reusability has saved us from not creating same methods again. But this also has a drawback now, right? This also has a drawback. What is the drawback? Whenever we do inheritance, it is tightly coupled. What is tightly coupled? What is loosely coupled? See, loosely coupled means there is a boyfriend and girlfriend. Boyfriend dies, girlfriend will not die. Girlfriend dies, boyfriend will not die. Loosely coupled. But if you have noticed old Hindi movies, like there used to be some magic movies. One of the magic movie was Jitendra. Jitendra has done some magic movie. I don't know which movie is that. Huh? See, he knows very well. Other than Java, he knows everything. Hatim. Now, if you notice this movie, I don't know whether I'm right or wrong. How much I remember, I'm not. This is the one. I know, Baba. Some other fellow is only coming. Hatim, Jitendra. He is the one. Yeah. So this movie, which was 90s movie, this was a magic movie. Now here you see this Amrish Puri. This guy, Jitendra used to kill him. 10 times, 15 times it's killing him. Again, like, what will happen? He'll become alive. And every time he does something, he will become alive. He's not dying at all. Finally, Jitendra realizes that this Amrish Puri is tightly coupled with Tota. There is one bird, parrot, tightly coupled with that. Now, Jitendra has to kill that bird. Only then this, magician will die. Who? Amrish Puri. Correct. But that is tightly coupled. You kill the bird, this guy will die. That is tightly coupled. Loosely coupled is one fellow dies, other will not die. That is loosely coupled. Now, why did I talk about this? When you do inheritance, there is a positive side of looking at it. The positive aspect is, sir, I'm reusing it. That is a positive aspect. But the negative aspect is, what happens, now, it is tightly coupled. Example, if I go here, okay, sleeping, okay, with eyes open. Who will sleep with eyes open? two people. One is owl and the other one is you. Which you do it in the classroom? Yes or no? You would have done this in your classroom, opening the eyes and sleeping. Yes or no? Now see, I wrote here, innocent dog will not know how to open the eyes and sleep. I've never seen a dog opening the eyes and sleeping. Dog will sleep, so they'll be what? Genuine. But what happens is now I modified here. Look at that. It is tightly coupled. I modified my method in my parent class and see what the dog class is doing. So you have to be very careful with inheritance feature. Inheritance feature, when you're using it, the drawback is tightly coupled. So don't start using everywhere. Keep this in mind. I will use this wherever I can, because this comes with a drawback of it is tightly coupled. Did you understand this part? Yes, everyone, did you understand this part? Okay, now let's go back. Let's see this here. I'll create now another class, and now I'll call that as a cat class. If you go to the cat class, how do I do inheritance? Repeat it. Extends, then animal, then main, then you create a cat class. Okay, C is equal to new cat class, and now see C dot eat, C dot sleep. Now run this and see. Is it working, guys? Is it working? Yes. So if you now notice, we have understood the very first example, very basic thing, what inheritance can do. This is a very lengthy example, very lengthy topic. Inheritance cannot get over in one class. Firstly, put this in your mind. Okay? Inheritance is a very, very big concept, and with every topic in Java, there is somewhere or the other you will see inheritance being repeated. Okay? So let's see here the first definition of basically what is inheritance. Can you read this loudly? Does it make sense? Okay. Now can you read here what is the class here and what this animal class does? Now I'm inheriting it. Make sense? Okay. I'm inheriting it. Now animal class eat and sleep. What are we doing? The right. We'll see this example. Hold on. This example we'll see that. But did you understand the first example now? Everyone, let's look at second example. Now sometimes what happens in Indian families, okay, let's say this is the first kid, okay, now the things are inherited from first kid to what? Second kid. That is at least okay, that from first kid the things has gone to second kid, at least reusability is there. Now what if there is a third kid, and again from your inheriting to third kid, now he has got super second hand things, not just second hand things, he has got super second hand things now. This guy uses everything brand new. Now that shirt becomes small, it comes to him. He uses for some time, that becomes small, it goes to him. So this is a multi-level inheritance concept. What is it called as? Multi-level inheritance means from one parent will go to one child. One child, remember, I'm not telling multiple, I'm telling from one parent it will go to one parent. Understand my definition? From one parent it is going to one child, and from that it is going to another child. So this is the parent, this is the child. But for this now, this will become parent and this will become, did you understand now? So here this parent and child, and here this is a parent and child. This is called as multi level inheritance. What is it called as? Multi level inheritance. Okay, let's try to understand this here now. So guys, I'm going to delete this all. Okay, and now I'll rightly go to new and create here a class called as A. Okay, I'll build simple method. I'll build simple method, public void test1. Okay, let me write here 1. Now let me build another class. Now this class I will make it as B. This class I'll make it as what? B. And in this class B now I'm writing here public void test2, and this is going to print This is going to print 2. And then I'll create another class which is called as C. Now let's try to do inheritance. Okay, let me split the screen. Okay, now observe. From A, you're inheriting to B. How will you do that? So which method is inherited from A? Test 1. Let me put it here. Test 1 is inherited. And B has which method? So how many methods are present in B now? Huh? How many methods are present? 2 methods. Very good. Now let's go here. Again I will do inheritance. How many methods are getting inherited from B? How many methods were present in B? 2 methods. How many are inherited to C now? So now if I create object of C, which all methods can I access? Which all methods can I access? Which all methods can you access? Huh? Did you understand? Analyze the program. I'll give you time. Analyze what I did here. Did you understand now what is multi-level? Clear? Everybody got it now? So this is called as multi-level inheritance. What is this called as? Multi-level inheritance. That is what we have discussed so far. But now, this is also called as multiple inheritance. Right? Let's see this here. Now I have here a parent class A. I have here a parent class B. I have here a parent class A. I have here a parent class B, and you're inheriting from A and B to C. So A here is the first parent, there's another parent, and this becomes the child class. When the inheritance is happening from multiple parents, happening from what? Multiple parents, when the inheritance is happening, that's called as multiple inheritance. Did you understand what am I telling you? Now, important thing. Can Java support multiple inheritance? Does Java support multiple inheritance? Yes or no? Some people are telling no. Why no? You're telling no, okay. But why no? Why multiple inheritance is not allowed? For what reason? See, this is what will happen in interview. They'll ask you a question, you answer. On that answer, another question will come. Correct? Why no? Please tell me. Why no? Okay. So some people mentioned diamond problem here. Let's understand that here now, quickly. Now, let's assume I have class A. I have B. I have C. I'm inheriting from A to B and A to C. Is this multiple or multi-level? Huh? Multi-level. Very good. A is the parent, B is the child. A is the parent, C is the child. This is multi-level. This is multi-level. We don't have any problem. But now from B and C, I will inherit it to D. Where is multiple inheritance happening? Multiple inheritance happening on? Because D has how many parents? 2 parents. D has how many parents? 2 parents. Now, imagine I had one test method here. I had one test method in A. Now you're inheriting test method from A to B and B to C. Got it? You inherited the test method from A to, from what? A to B and B to C. I don't see any problem as of now. But now the same test method, but now what if the same test method now I'm inheriting from A to C and C to D? What problem do you see? What problem do you see now? Same test method is getting inherited from two different paths. Same test method is getting inherited from two different paths. What is the path? From A to B and B to D, one path. And same test method is inherited A to C and C to D, another path. Now the ambiguity arises here. This test method is inherited from where? Where is this inherited from? And the logic is coming from where? The test method logic is coming from where? There is an ambiguity. There is a confusion here. This is what your multiple inheritance will lead to, which they did not realize in earlier object-oriented programming languages like C++. They did not realize this, that this might happen with multiple inheritance. Since Java was developed after C++, they understood this loophole and they said, okay, this is the problem. So because of that, now let us avoid multiple inheritance only, but on classes. I'll talk about that interfaces later, but on classes, Java does not support multiple inheritance. For what reason? Diamond problem. This is called as diamond problem. Look at what is the shape of flow here. That's why it got the name diamond problem. Did you understand now? Everyone? Yes? Okay. Now observe. If you go back here now, can you just now try to do multiple inheritance here? A, B, C. Let's do multiple inheritance. For now, I'll keep everything empty, not required. For our example, this is not required. I'll delete this, delete this. I have C here. Just do multiple inheritance. And I have class A. Correct. I have class A. Delete this. Observe. Save all. Now B and A. Let me type here extends A. There is no error. But moment you add another parent, what do you see? What do you see here? There's an error. Yes or no? Error is extends A. There is no error. Comma B. Did you understand? The reason for not supporting multiple inheritance is to avoid that diamond problem issue. Let's read our notes. Just type diamond problem. Okay. Now read this loudly. Huh. What is diamond problem? Did you understand now? But I've added one note here. We don't know this. Okay. So I will talk about that later, but we will explain this during interfaces concept. Is this clear? Everybody got it? Now get ready for the next assignment. You will all now just type, go to my GitHub, press Ctrl F and type IIB. What will you type? IIB. You will copy this video link and you will finish only IIB assignment today. Is this clear? What is the assignment you will complete? IIB assignment you people have to complete today. If you observe, we are going at excellent speed because zero writing is happening, only explanation with practicals we are doing it. We've already covered good amount of concepts. Still we are in 10th day of our Java lecture. Now what is your job is when you go back home, watch the recorded classes and write down the notes and be with a good group who are studying and not disturbing. Are you understanding? The one who is disturbing you from studies, be away from them. Okay? Be with a group where they are all here to study. Otherwise, it will be like You're learning, firstly, what will happen? With unwanted learning, your learning will become like amoeba. You don't have any roadmap only what to learn. Simply pick one video from YouTube, one video from somewhere, one video from somewhere, and start learning. No. Learning roadmap, initial learners should have very good clarity. At that time, if you confuse yourself and start simply doing XYZ things, you're spoiling your time and energy. The first part of the learning is achieving perfection with the foundation level of your lectures. Then only that extra learning, when you do it further in your life, it becomes easy. Foundation not clear, things will all go wrong. Anyways, I will never waste my time on extra things. Time is precious. Okay, bye. See you again the next class, that is tomorrow.